Okay, start again. Hi guys, my name's Claire. So I'm here giving you a Subculture review. It's the first time I've ever used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. It's the first time I've ever used it. And I'm super excited. I absolutely love it. It did take a bit of work, a bit of patience, but honestly I really like the way it's come out. This is the look I've come up with. You will kind of go through the trials and tribulations with me through this video because some of it was frustrating. But yeah, I mean, I love this look. Probably will do another one just because there's a lot of colours in here I didn't get to use that I would like to use. I use majority of, well, pretty much all my face is Fenty Beauty. The only things that isn't is my concealer, my setting powder and my primer, just because I didn't buy the primer. To be honest with you, I've got so many primers and I just didn't feel like it was something I needed. The setting powder, exactly the same thing. I've got so many, didn't think I needed it. And the concealer, all the reviews I watched prior to buying it, I watched a couple because it was like the day after it launched, I think, and there was a few that was already out. Didn't have that good of reviews on the concealer. However, Jamie Genevieve then put out another video saying that she actually quite likes them, so I am tempted to go back and buy some, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is the look I came up with. I'd love it if you could stick around and take a look. This is my first makeup video I'm putting up. It wasn't my first video filmed, but yeah, so please keep watching, and if you do like me and you'd like to see anything more, please please press the subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave any comments with video suggestions or anything else, just say hi. Yeah, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna start with my eyes because I don't know how it's gonna go. Oh no. So I don't usually use like an actual eyeshadow primer. I usually use a concealer, but I'm gonna use a primer tonight because all the reviews I've seen have been really negative about it, like sort of settling into creases and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna try a primer. The one I've got here is a tester for the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. So all the testers rather than the actual thing comes in a little like this, bit of a look. See, yeah. And I'm using Eden. Now I've already prepped my face, so I've cleansed it, toned it, moisturised it, and then popped a bit of my Skin Iceland moisturiser on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub some of this on my eyes. Oh my goodness, I don't know how much to use of this. Okay, that seems like quite a lot. Oh dear. Oh. Okay, rub that on there. Just got a little bit left over on my fingers. And I'm just going to pounce that in with my beauty blender. Ooh. Hello. Now, this is actually my third attempt at filming a video, because the first one, well, I put one up, but it wasn't like a makeup video, it was a vlog, and that was just purely to sort of learn how to edit, learn how to upload, all that jazz. I've made it private now. I then uploaded a video, oh no, I then filmed a video, sorry, of me, like a chatty get ready with me. However, I managed to chat so much that the video was 50 minutes long with editing, so I was like, yeah, can't put that up. So I'm just trying to find my, there you go. So I was like, yeah, can't put that up, that's no good. So I then filmed a review, well, a full face first impressions of NYX Cosmetics, and I loved the look that came out. However, the setting powder that I used gave the worst flashback, like the worst flashback I've ever seen. I can't even explain. So that's a no-go. So I'm going to film this one today. I will do another next one, but it's not going to be a first impressions. So I'm just going to set that primer. I'm just setting it with my Rimmel Stay Matte primer. I am bloody setting that with all my life because, like I said, all the reviews I've seen haven't been the greatest. So just going to pop that all over. Now that I am sufficiently primed and powdered and I look crazy, I'm going to go ahead and grab my palette. Okay, so I'm going to use the Subculture palette. I've not used it before. This will be the first time. I love my Modern Renaissance. It's all I use constantly. As everyone should know, I mean, I would imagine there's nobody who doesn't know. The packaging is beautiful. This velvet, love the colour. And then the colours inside are what dreams are made of. So yeah, I'm super excited to get going with this one. I have worn my Misguided camo t-shirt, Barbie one. Love this t-shirt to kind of fit in with my theme, because I think I'm going to go with like a green and yellowy colour. So we'll see how it goes anyway. So I'm just going to get my big fat fluffy Real Techniques brush, super fluffy. If it ever finds you, you can't really see, it's like this, super fluffy. And I'm gonna go in with the colour Cube. So this colour here, if it loads, gonna focus, yeah, this one here. So I'm just gonna go in with that. I'm just dunking into it very lightly because everything I've seen is saying that it is super duper fallouty and soft. Fallouty, is that even a word? That falls out quite a bit, and that it is quite a soft colour, soft formula. So I don't want to get too much on there. So we'll see. So just popping that all over the lid, blending it out like that. If I'm honest, all the videos I've seen I've been a bit confused by, because my Modern Renaissance is my favourite palette. I use it every single day, and I find that it's like got a lot of fallout, like a hell of a lot of fallout. So I'm intrigued to see if it is actually more than that, because I would say that's probably got the most fallout out of all the palettes that I do own. So that'll be interesting to see, won't it? We'll see. I mean, so far so good. It's not giving me any more fallout than, like I said, my Modern Renaissance would. It's blending quite nicely as far as I can see. This is probably going to look a hot friggin' mess until I finally actually come to doing my base. I'm going to do my base today with my Fenty Beauty, because I have been loving Fenty Beauty. I'm not going to lie, I bought it thinking I have to try this, don't know what it's going to be like, the reviews look amazing, and I'm not going to lie, I'm so impressed. It sits on my face all day without making a move. Like, the way it looks for a good bed, I don't want to take it off. Do you ever get that? You know, when you make them, you don't want to take it off? That's how I feel. So I'm now going to go in with the colour Destiny, this green here, and I'm just going to pop that into my crease. Oh Lord, I'm nervous, because the people that I've been watching doing this have been extremely good makeup artists, yet cannot get it to work. So we will see. I am crossing every single finger and toe on my body right now, because, well, I'm not crossing my fingers because I can't, because I'm blending, but I'm crossing my toes. I want this to work. I've got so much hope and faith that this is going to work. So I'm just going to go in and blend that, keep blending and blending and blending. So from everything I've seen, watched, read, apparently you've just got to have a lot of patience with it. which is okay for me. I've got the patience. Have I got the skill though? Probably not. Just gonna keep building that up in the crease. I'm just gonna take my fluffy brush that I used originally with the colour Dawn on, just to blend that out around the edges. And then I'm gonna go in and do the same on the other side. Okay, I'm just gonna go and add a little bit more of that in this eye because the other eye seems to come out quite a bit darker. And then I'm just going to go back in with that fluffy brush that I originally used Dawn on. I'm not adding any more product. I'm just going to blend the edges like so. Just pop in a bit more on this side, even it out. Cool girl, I look a hot mess. God, I'm okay with it though. It's all part of the process. I'm just praying this process turns out good. Okay, so I'm gonna leave Destiny there. I'm then gonna take this fluffy brush, no idea where it's from, not a clue, don't know. It's a bit of a denser, smaller fluffy brush. Like I said, don't know where it's from. So I've had it for years. I really need to get some new brushes because like I've only got enough, I find, to just about. Oh, I'm popping the colour Untamed, this green down here. See? Yep, that one. I'm just popping that in the crease, deepen up that crease. Yeah, I only have enough brushes to basically do my face and then leave it at that, basically, because then I've got to wash my brushes. I'm just going back in with that previous fluffy brush I used to do Destiny. Just going to run over Untamed just to feather that out. Yeah, so I really need to get some new brushes. I know it's something I need to invest in. Just going to pop some more Untamed in there because, yeah, so I will get some new brushes eventually. It's just what happens is I think, right, I can't afford to buy this product, that product, this product, and also buy some new brushes. So I'm like, oh, next month I'll buy the brushes. No, next month I'll buy the brushes. No, next month I'll buy the brushes. And then comes around and I see a new product I want and I end up buying the product. So again, just taking the brush that I used for Destiny and I'm just gonna continue to smoke it out. Not adding any more product onto it, just using it to. What I will say is what I'm finding is where my eyelid sort of like moves about as I'm blending, I keep getting like, I don't know if you can see it, like lines through it, like where it's not blending into it, but I don't know, I don't think it's bad. Definitely don't think it's bad. I mean, oh God, I'm losing my brush. I'm just gonna try and pop a bit more of that just in this middle bit. Oh, sorry. Just gonna deepen that up there in the middle. Take my fluffy brush that I used for Destiny again as before and just go in there and fluff it out. Okay, I'm then going to take the fluffy brush I originally used for Dawn and pop a tiny bit of Dawn on there and just run over that like that. Okay, I'm then going to go back into Untamed and pop it in this crease. Back into the fluffy brush we used for Destiny and I'm just going to. So I waited to buy this palette because I saw a lot of people saying that maybe it was the original batch or whatever that was difficult to use. So I waited and I waited and I waited and I thought, right, I'll order it now. It's been a while. It's been a while. Sorry, my singing is absolutely atrocious, but I love it. I love singing so much, so you're gonna have to get used to that if you're gonna stay around. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go back in with the Dawn brush, pop a little bit of Dawn on the brush, and then just go over that. Okay, right, and then going to attempt to cut my crease. And yes, I said attempt because I'm not the greatest. And I'm going to use my Maybelline Eraser Eye in the colour Light. Yeah, Light. I'm just going to take that on a flat Real Techniques concealer brush. I think that's what it is anyway, it's what I use it for. And I'm going to cut my crease. Well, attempt. We'll see. So I'm taking the mirror that's actually in the palette to do it. Better pull that off because that's getting in my way. It's still got the cover on it. It's got the big A in the middle. And I'm just going to pop that on. Apologies, just got a very rude phone call right in the middle of that. Do you ever get that when you get a phone call and it's from a company and they're like, oh hi, I've just been informed that you were involved in a car accident. And you're like, have you now? Have you? Because, yes, truth is, I was involved in a car accident almost a year ago. And yes, I am injured and I'm unable to go back to work as of yet. But I know what you're trying to do. Because I've already got solicitors. So don't try it here, honey. Anyway, so once I've sufficiently attempted a cut crease, like I said, attempted, because Lord knows I'm not steady-handed. I'm just going to add a bit more concealer on top of that just to make it a little bit more opaque because that green's showing through. I don't want the green to show through. Now I've got quite hooded eyelids, so I go quite above my actual crease because I mean, like I said, it's quite hooded, and otherwise I don't really get much of a cut crease, and yeah, it's just a hot mess. So I go above it ever so slightly. Okay, one crease cut. I'm then going to quickly take a packing brush, well, what I would call a packing brush. Okay, now this, oh no, wrong brush. Okay, so this is a MAC 239 SE. Now this is a MAC, this is a brush I got in one of those Christmas things that MAC do, like every year, can't remember which one. It was one with the tartan bag and I love it. So I'm just gonna pop some setting powder on there. I'm not even gonna use an eyeshadow on it because I need to set that. So I'm gonna go in with the same setting powder I used on the whole entire eyelid, which is my Rimmel Stay Matte. Get a ton of that and I'm just gonna pack that on top. So now that that is sufficiently set, I'm doing one eye at a time here because I don't know how it's going to go. Just going to quickly just take a dry pad thingy, just quickly wipe that off because I want to use this brush again. And I'm going to try and attempt to pack on the colour Edge. So this yellowy colour down here. I'm going to pop that one all over the lid. Oh, it's a very beautiful mustard colour, I like that. I like that. Right, I'm just going to take this brush here that I used for Untamed and I'm actually going to dip into Axis, which is this darker green here. Well, it's like a greeny blue. And I'm going to attempt just to run that along the edge of the yellow and buff, because just to give it that little bit of an intense cut crease. Well, attempted. Like I said, I am no Jamie Genevieve or who else, Nikki Tutorials, but a girl can try. Then I'm just going to go back in with the fluffy blush we used for Destiny. Pop a tiny little dot of Destiny on there. Just buff out the edges of that. Going in with my packing brush and just pack a bit more of edge on. And then go back into my little brush we were using for Axis. Just run that along there as well. Go back in with this brush, the Destiny brush, nothing new on there, just buff around the edges again. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go off camera a second, do exactly what I did to this eye, to that eye, and then I'll be back. Right, okay, so I just went and did to this eye exactly what I did to this eye and just quickly cleaned up the sides. Right, so now I'm just going to go in and do my face so that that's done, and then I'll finish up the eyes. But so far, I'm quite liking it, except whatever the hell that is. Like, God. But yeah, I'm so fussy. I keep going in and being like, no, let me just blend this a little bit. Wait, no, let me just blend this a little bit. Whereas I think what I should be doing is just being like, do you know what? Okay. Right, so I'm just going to go in and do my face. Leave the eyes there for now, and then I'll come back to the eyes. I'm just going to prime my skin using my NYX Angel Veil primer. Pop a bit of that in my hand. Now, I've used this Fenty stuff a couple of times now because I wanted to see how it looked and stuff before I wanted to make a video on it. Because originally I was like, oh, I'll make a video on it. But then obviously everybody on YouTube was doing it, and I thought, oh well, I'm not, you know, nobody knows me, I've never done it before, I probably shouldn't do my first video like that. So I just thought, go in, try it, see how I like it, and then I can make a video with it however I know I like it. So now that my face is sufficiently primed, now I originally bought the shade 130, this colour, and it was so light compared to me, like super light. I know on camera it actually looks alright, but it's really not. So I went in and bought 340, which is part of the tan range, I think, because I needed something just to darken it up that little bit. So what I've been doing is just mixing up 2 pumps of 130 and then like half a pump kind of 340, sorry, half pump of that, just to darken that up just that tad bit, because the other one was just a little bit too light. So I'm just gonna go and mix that, and then I'm just gonna beauty blend that into my face. It's so strange, right? I'm like, I love dewy foundation. I'm not hugely into matte. I don't hate matte. I will use matte, but like it wouldn't be like my go-to. But the way this feels on my skin, it's so light and so like, it's so nice. And the way it wears throughout the day is just beautiful. So I'm just gonna get my ears there. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love it. Beautiful, beautiful foundation. So just gonna pop that all over my cheeks. Okay, so now that I've got my foundation on, I'm just going to go in with my concealer. Now, I didn't buy any of the Fenty Beauty concealers. My reasons for it, if I'm honest, was because I was looking at the colours and I didn't really like the colours, and then I watched a couple of reviews, namely the one that I was like waiting to see was the Jamie Genevieve one, and her first Fenty Beauty, she said like, oh, if I could go back I wouldn't have bought it. So I was like, okay girl, I won't buy it. And then she did another video and it looked great on her, so I was like, now on it. So I opted not to buy it anyway, just because I thought, you know what, I've got so many concealers, like so many, it's ridiculous. So I thought I don't really need it, so I didn't get it. However, I am going to use my Maybelline the Eraser Eye quickly, and just blend that in. Now, I don't know about anyone else, however, I manage to have the most ridiculous dreams. And like, they really play on my mind because I dream every night. Like, I wake up every morning and I've had a dream. And I don't know if it's because medication I'm on or I don't know. But my dreams are so real and I wake up so confused, like not knowing, was that real? Was it a dream? What's going on? Am I alive? Is this real life? It's so crazy. And lately, my dreams have just been nuts. They've just been things I really don't want to be dreaming about. And then when I'm sat here in silence doing this, I'm thinking to myself like, oh my god, that dream last night was so crazy. I hope I'm not the only person who has that. Now, I have to set this concealer under my eyes, especially because it will crease. So I'm just going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte, pop that just under the eyes. Okay, a bit on my chin, bit in my smile lines, and a bit in between my brows and on my forehead, because I get a tiny bit greasy in those areas. Although the rest of this foundation doesn't need setting, never set it. Right, so I'm then going to go in with my little Matchsticks matte skin. I ended up buying a shimmer stick as well, so I probably should have got one of the concealers, but I didn't, so there we are. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to pop that in my contouring areas and a little bit on my forehead. And then I do one side and then the other side just in case. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. I thought Mocha was going to be way too warm for me, but it actually turned out quite nice. I like it. Really, really nice colour. Now, I'm not a cream contouring kind of person. I don't usually like it. I usually just use powders. But I will be honest, this may have swayed me because I like these sticks a lot. So we'll see. Lush. Right, and then I'm just going to do the other side. Okay, then I'm just going to go in and bronze up my face. I'm going to use my NYX matte bronzer in the colour medium. I absolutely love this bronzer. So this is one of the ones I bought when I bought all my NYX stuff for the NYX Full Face First Impression thing. And I, before this, only ever used my Rimmel one. Like, I could never find a bronzer because I don't like to powder my face. I struggle to find a bronzer that would just go on my face effortlessly, blend like butter, but not have to be set before I put it on. But this NYX one changed the game. This does all of that, and I'm so pleased because I'm finally found another bronzer that I can use. I am looking bronzed, jeez. And I'm just gonna go under here, run that down my neck. And I don't contour my nose with that stick because I just don't find it helps me. So I just kind of squish this brush a little bit, dunk it in the bronzer slightly, and just run that down my nose. I've not quite mastered the snatch your nose kind of thing yet. One day. One day. And then just quickly take the brush that I used to powder my face and just run that over it just so it's not so crazy, because to me that looked crazy. And I'm just going to try and pop a bit of this matte bronzer just in there, because I seem to go a bit overboard with my bronzer. And then I'm just going to take a tiny bit under there just to cut off under there. Now usually I would then contour with my NYX contour palette, but because I've got the contour stick underneath, I don't think I need to, so I'm happy with that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go and get my highlighter brush. I say I'm gonna go get it, I'm just gonna lean over. I'm not really going anywhere. And now I bought the Shimmer Stick in Stardust, the Metal Moon Kilowatt highlighter, the Trophy White Kilowatt highlighter, and I also bought, find it, there it is, and I also bought the Duo, the Kilowatt Duo, in Mean Money Hustler Baby, and I know most people have bought this one. It's absolutely stunning. Now, I don't know if anybody else has mentioned this, but the packaging is unbelievable. It's got like almost like a, can you see? Like a bit of an iridescent, like, oh, flashback. I love it. Absolutely love it. For that reason alone, I love it. So I'm gonna take Metal Moon today because I didn't the last time I wore it. I'm not going to use the Shimmer Stick because that I think I still need to play with that a bit more. I didn't like it the first time I wore it. I need to play with it a bit so I can kind of come to terms with how it works. So I'm just going to take this Metal Moon, which was underwhelming when I first opened it. However, I've seen some beautiful makeup looks made with it, so I'm just going to pop that on the high points. I love a blinding highlight, so to me this is quite subtle, but to be honest, because I've got such a loud eye on, it's probably a good thing that my highlighter's not blinding people. So take a bit of that, pop it on the other side. Apologies. So my camera decided it hates me and stopped recording, so all I did was just carried on and popped that on the Metal Moon on both sides of my cheeks. I'm then going to take the Duo, the Mean Money and Hustler Baby Duo, and I'm going to take the Hustler Baby side because I like that one. I don't know if you can see that. I like them both, don't get me wrong, if it ever wants to focus. No. There we go. So I'm going to take the Hustler Baby, the more shiny side, because the other one I like, but just not for, I've already got Metal Moon on, and Metal Moon's quite subtle like this one, like the Mean Money side, so there's no point in me chucking two subtle ones on. I'm just going to chuck a bit of Hustler Baby just on the very high points of my cheeks, like this. And I'm going to then take the same Hustler Baby down my nose. And on my upper lip. Tiny bit on my chin, just to balance it out. So yeah, and I won't lie, I'm in love with this highlighter. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'm then going to quickly pop on some brows. Now, I am a big lover of the Benefit Brow in number 5. However, I've had it for about 10,000 years and I need a new one desperately. But I'm going to use it today because it's my fave. But I bought the NYX one recently, the Tame and Frame one, and I really like that too. But I'll go with my Benefit one today. So just brush my brows. I just use my NYX micro pencil. Is that what it's called? Yeah, micro brow pencil. Just to brush my brows. And I'm just going to quickly pop my brows on. Right, okay, so brows on. And I'm going to now finish up my eyes. Right, So I'm now going to take the colour, Fudge. So it was this brown colour down here. And I'm just going to run that along my bottom lash line with a smudger brush. Is this one clean? Yeah. Okay, so Fudge. And I'm just going to run that along the very, very bottom lash line. Okay, I'm then going to get a fluffy brush. Right, they're all a little fluffier than I want them to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean off the brush I used to pack the yellow with, just real quickly here on a wet wipe. Nothing too drastic. Dry it off on my little cotton pad here. Oh, I better close my eyebrows stuff, otherwise that's going to dry up. Which it's already doing, so don't want to do it anymore. So yeah, so I'm just going to dry that off on here ever so slightly. I'm then going to pop into the colour New Wave, so this colour here, and I'm just going to dip the very tip of that brush in, and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line where, ooh, wow, okay, I like that, where I had put the brown, and just meet that up to the green. I've got two very different shaped eyes, and it's very frustrating because I can always get it to look a certain way on one side, and I can never replicate it on the other, and it's really frustrating. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one in the world. I hope I'm not, and I'm probably not, but it is so frustrating. Okay, so I quite like that, you know. I'm then gonna take that same brush once I've cleaned it for the 100th time. Brushy, brusher, brusher, brusher. And I'm gonna then again wipe it on my little cotton pad, dry it off. Okay, and I'm gonna take the colour, probably a bit risky, but I'm gonna take Electric, this one here, which is like a bit of a nice colour. I'm not sure how to explain it. And I'm gonna run that in the brow bone. Okay, and then just blend the edges together. I'm then gonna pop. Okay, I'm then gonna put, do you know what? I'm gonna use Trophy Wife. I'm gonna grab my Trophy Wife, my Rihanna Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife, sorry. And I'm gonna pop that in the corners. Actually, no, do you know what? It's probably a bit much. I've already got like 70,000 different colours in my eyes. I don't know, what do we think? No, I think I won't. I'll use that one on a different day. So I'm going to take Electric again on, oh my god, ooh, I pushed too hard, I think. And I'm using it on my Naked Ultimate Basics brush on the really little end. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. I think if I had gone in with Fenty Beauty as well, I would have just been adding way too many colours to my eyes, and this would have looked crazier than it already does. Ooh, that colour's beautiful actually. I want to do a spotlight eye with that. Okay, right, I'm just going to pop some blusher on quick using my Real Techniques cheek brush, and I'm going to grab MAC's Warm Soul, one of my oldies but goodies, and just pop that on. Okay, so I just popped some MAC Warm Soul on my cheeks, and then, ooh, you're looking a bit lopsided, probably should clip it down. And then I'm just gonna pop, right, I'm gonna go and put lashes and mascara on my eyes real quick. And I'm just going to quickly spray my face with some Mario Badescu get some moisture in there. I just pop that all over my face, the rose water spray. And like I said, I'm just going to go off camera quickly, pop some lashes and mascara on, and then I'll be back to finish the lips. Okay, so I've popped on a pair of Killer Cosmetics eyelashes. These are the number Fierce 4. I will link them below if you haven't heard of them, or and I use my Duo Glue, the blue one, sorry. And I love these lashes. If I'm honest, they're the first kind that I've actually really liked. Most of them do my head in, but I do really like these. I could comfortably wear them all day. Apologies if you can hear the person who decided to mow their lawn at 5:45 in the evening. Wasn't expecting that. But yeah, so I'm just going to quickly pop on some lips. I'm just going to use my MAC lip pencil in Stone. I wasn't sure what colour lips to do, so I thought I'll go for like a dark neutrally colour. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pop on some of my NYX Lingerie matte lip in Satin Ribbon. Like, I'm not sure if I like this yet or not. I'm using it quite a bit lately. I'm still not sure. But we'll see. Because I quite like it. I do. I love the colour. But I'm not sure if I like the feeling of it on my lips just yet. I don't know. Okay, so that is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette look. So I've gone for quite a, how do you call it? Quite a out there look. It's not, oh, that's a good look. Yeah, baby. It's not exactly like your everyday wearables, but I like it. I mean, to be honest, I'd go to Asda and do my shopping in it. So, but yeah. So I'll do a quick close up of the eye. Okay, so that's the eyes close up. As you can see, it's like, I mean, my cut crease isn't the best, but I think I did alright. But yeah, so let me zoom you back out. Yeah, so that's the look I came up with. I really like it, actually. I love the skin. Fenty Beauty, oh, she's done it well. She's done it very, very well. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so thank you so much if you managed to sit and watch us through to the end. I really appreciate it. I would love it if you could subscribe. If you press the subscribe button down the bottom, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment below with either any video suggestions or a little hello, because it's my first video. It's really nice to meet you, and I hope to see you all soon. So